Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Heartline Letters. Tonight, as the world outside sparkles with holiday cheer, we're sharing a story that reminds us the holidays aren't just about joy, they're also about reflection. This is a Dear John letter submitted by one of our listeners. It's a breakup story, but it's also a love story, a story of growth, gratitude, and finding peace during the most bittersweet time of year. So, grab your cocoa, settle in by the tree, and let's open this letter together. Dear John, it's Christmas Eve and the world feels quieter than it has in years. The snow outside my window is falling in slow, lazy flakes, and the house is warm with the scent of cinnamon and pine. For the first time in a long while, I'm spending this holiday on my own. And yet, I find myself thinking of you. Or maybe I should say, thinking of us. Do you remember that first Christmas we spent together? The one where everything went wrong? The tree fell over twice because I insisted on putting it in that old wobbly stand. The string of lights only half worked, and you kept saying it looked like the tree had given up halfway through dressing itself. We laughed so hard we forgot to fix it. Later we made cookies that turned out more like rocks than desserts. You still ate them though. You said they tasted better because they were homemade disasters. That's what you called us to that night. A beautiful homemade disaster. A homemade disaster. Now that's love, isn't it? Not perfect, not polished, but real. Those are the memories that stay with you. The messy, joyful, imperfect ones. I think that was one of my favorite Christmases. Not because everything went right, but because you made it feel special even when nothing did. But somewhere along the way, John, we lost that magic. Maybe it was life, or stress, or just the way people change over time. The laughter grew quieter and the silences grew longer. We stopped talking about the things that mattered and started pretending everything was fine. It wasn't though, was it? You knew it, and I knew it. But neither of us wanted to admit it. Not until that night. It's amazing how the holidays can amplify everything, both the joy and the heartache. Those silences. They're always louder this time of year. We were sitting by the tree. It was another one of my beautiful disasters, too tall for the room and leaning slightly to the left. You were holding your favorite mug, the one with the reindeer you'd had since you were a kid, and you said, "I don't think we're happy anymore." It was like the world stopped just for a second. I wanted to argue, to tell you we could fix it, but deep down I knew you were right. We'd been drifting apart for months, maybe even longer. When you left, I felt like I was losing more than you. I felt like I was losing the version of myself I'd been when we were together. The one who danced barefoot in the kitchen to Christmas music and believed we could make anything work. Oof, that's a hard one. Losing someone is tough enough, but losing a part of yourself along the way? That's the kind of grief that sneaks up on you when you least expect it. But time has a way of teaching you things, doesn't it? This year I decided to do Christmas differently. No towering tree, no over-ambitious cookie recipes. Just me, a small tree with twinkling lights, and the quiet of a winter night. And you know what, John? It's enough. I'm enough. I've learned to be okay on my own, to find joy in the little things, like the smell of fresh pine or the way snowflakes melt on my skin. I've started painting again, something I hadn't done in years. My apartment is filled with half-finished canvases and it makes me smile every time I walk through the door. I guess I just wanted you to know I'm okay. More than okay, actually. And I hope you're okay too. Wherever you are, I hope you're stringing up lights with someone who makes you laugh until your stomach hurts. Someone who appreciates your silly reindeer mug as much as I did. And if you ever think of me, I hope it's with a smile. Because even though we didn't last, you'll always be a part of my favorite Christmas memories. To Anonymous, thank you for sharing this beautiful letter with us. It's a reminder that even when love changes, it leaves us with something precious. Memories, lessons, and sometimes even a new sense of who we are. And to everyone listening tonight, I want to say this. The holidays can be hard. They can remind us of the people we've lost, the love we've left behind, or the dreams that didn't quite come true. But they're also a time for hope, a time to believe that even after the hardest goodbyes, there's room for new beginnings. So this Christmas, whether you're surrounded by loved ones or spending it quietly on your own, know that you're not alone. Light a candle, hang your favorite ornament,